I want to make this video today to cover a topic that some of the people that watch my videos seem to be having a little bit of trouble understanding. And it's when I said that you cannot buy guns from dealers off the internet without a background check. A lot of people are like, you can too. My uncle once bought a shotgun off the internet and had it shipped directly to his house. That's not buying from a dealer on the internet. That's buying from another individual and having it shipped to you. And that's a private transaction between two individuals in the same state. If you buy from a dealer, anyone that's licensed to sell firearms on the internet, they have to send it to an FFL in your area and you pick it up from that FFL and do a background check. No firearms dealer can sell to you over the internet without a background check. Now, like I said, individuals can sell to individuals without a background check, but they have to live in the same state. That's a deal between two private citizens. Using the internet for them to make contact is no different than putting an ad in a magazine or a flyer on the bulletin board at your local community center. It's just a way of making contact between two private citizens. And still, you can only do long guns and shotguns that way. You can't do handguns that way, period. Because a non-licensed person, someone that's not an FFL, cannot ship a handgun to another non-licensed person. It's illegal to ship handguns that way through the post office, and UPS won't accept them, and neither will FedEx. So you would have to meet face-to-face to sell each other a handgun. And generally, you have to meet face-to-face to sell each other a shotgun or a rifle, too, because it's so expensive to ship them. It's really expensive, especially if you're buying like a $120 shotgun. Who wants to pay another $120 to ship it? It just doesn't happen very often. It's much cheaper to just drive and meet each other if you live in the same state. Now, the Obama administration is trying to be really dishonest and scare people by saying, oh, we're so worried that terrorists can buy guns from dealers on the internet, when they know they can't do that. They can only buy from another individual in their state. And then, like I say, depending on what they buy, they're probably going to have to meet face-to-face or have it shipped to them inside state, but then it's just going to be a long gun or a shotgun. Now, some people might say, well, that's still kind of scary that they can get a long gun off the internet like that. How's that any scarier than that they can buy it face-to-face from someone? Or buy it legally from an FFL dealer in their area. And to be truthful, that's how they get their guns. They buy them legally from FFLs in their area, or they steal them. If you look back at all the mass shootings, how many of them bought their gun off the internet without a background check? I don't think any of them. The Orlando shooter bought his gun locally from an FFL legally. The Columbine shooters, they got their guns from someone else who bought them legally. The shooter in Newtown stole the gun from his mother. The shooter here in Oregon got the guns legally, and so on and so on. The San Bernardino shooters, they got the guns from someone else who bought them legally. No one bought their guns from the internet, from a private individual, and had them shipped to them. It just hasn't happened. That problem doesn't exist. But if Obama had to be honest and say, well, terrorists could only potentially do that if they bought from another individual inside their state who had what they wanted and was willing to sell it to them and was willing to ship it to them and then could afford to ship it to them, if he had to say that, people wouldn't be so frightened. And then if he had to admit, oh, well, no one's actually done it before. No one's ever actually used a gun bought this way to actually commit a crime. People doing this are usually just honest citizens who are transferring guns between themselves. And these people don't tend to be terrorists because we've got no evidence that it's ever been done to commit a mass shooting. Because if he said that, people would be like, then why are we worried about it? So if you're someone that's going to worry about something like this, I would suggest to you, don't worry about it. Don't stress yourself out. Don't waste your time. If you got to worry about something that's more likely, something that's actually ever happened. Maybe like your kids getting eaten by an alligators, because we know that's actually happened. And as far as terrorists buying guns off the internet and then committing terrorist acts with them, it just isn't happening.